Every day we meet great people and we wonder what makes them so different. Cause they sweep us off our feet with their talent. And it's one thing that's so simple, that one thing we just don't get, which is all embedded in their mindset. Cause every day we grow to learn, and every day we learn to grow. And that's what conversation is all about. Listen to this conversations. Conversation we make. Conversation, oh yeah. You gotta listen to this conversation. Conversation channel. Cause conversation is the key to unlock your mindset.
Wow. That's very cool of you, Mr. Alvin on the beat. You know, this is a wonderful piece. I know when I told you about this conversation, you were like, very surprised about it, and suddenly you sent me something on WhatsApp that seemed like a piece you wanted to do for the conversation, and here you are singing it. I'm very much pleased by this. And he's also dedicating this song to the conversation. I'm very pleased to have. It's our pleasure to have such a wonderful piece from Mr. Alvin, the madman. You know?
Explain the word madman.
Now, mad means make a difference.
Thank you very much.
That's not really the madness.
But of course, to make a difference, you have to think outside the box. And most times, you see somebody who like, he doesn't understand what he's doing. That's madness, though. But it ends a positive one, and it gets you to make a difference. And people are like, wow.
One thing I love about you is that you are so much happy about what you are doing. You know, music is something that nobody will want to go into. Because it's not bringing a lot of cash. Maybe some people think it's not bringing a lot of cash, but you look at you are doing something that you love doing, no matter the circumstance, no matter what people think about it. So I would like to ask you now, because music is something, something not every person would want to go into. People nowadays are looking for, quick money, schemes, quick schemes that can get the money easily without much stress. So between being successful and having a lot of money and then being happy in what one is doing, which do you prefer? And which would you advise young people to do?
Wow. This is a very dicey question, though. But surprisingly, I'll tell you, I'll prefer doing both of them together. Loving what you do and loving the success that comes with it, and then making the money that comes with it, and being happy as well. If you're not happy, if you're happy doing what you do, now that's great, because it will give you the ability to weather the storms and say and persevere, and knowing that fully that in due time, when you've paid your dues, it's gonna happen for you. And then being successful, of course, everybody wants to be successful still. And success, most times, you can't measure it by particular, maybe money. It's not just money. There's so many things. You, for example, I'm sure that before you started this stuff, even to make good videos was a problem. But today, every day gets better. So, I think that's success. You can measure that. So, basically, on this question, it's very, very, very okay, and I advise everybody to look within into yourself and find out what you really love to do. There's something that, a purpose, a calling, find it and push on with it. It won't be easy initially, but as they always say, and I can always say that too, because in my journey so far, it hasn't been wonderful, but it has been worth it, and it can only get better. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Alvin, I've known you for a couple of years now. You have moved through different careers in your life. I know you once went to medical school and then fled and ended up in music. So what informed your decision?
Well, I just wanted my happiness, and I also wanted to really do what I know how to do. Give myself, my talent a shot. Because sometimes we are like, you could have studied medicine and find a way to, I believe in anything I want to go into, I go all into it. So yeah, I tried medicine as a kind of diversion, but then I discovered that I was trying to divert people who don't really care. So I said, well, this life is mine. I have to do what I need to do for myself. So I moved to music. It wasn't easy a transition, but then it was worth it. Because when I got into there, I mean, my life had much. I felt much more meaning and sense in
Okay.
what I was doing, and then I was able to say, okay, yes, I'm training everything, I'm putting my efforts and all that into this, and it paid off. It paid off in different times. I graduated, almost canonically a bit. So second class upper, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, the eye was on the big bed, and then I just served and looking forward to my masters as well as really moving into the music scene. Yes, to make my own grand debut, as they always say.
So what was um, the thoughts of your parents when you eventually fled medical school to go into music? Did your parents support your decision? Were they actually standing by you throughout the process? And what would you advise some parents who would not like their children to go into some of these courses?
Well, definitely, first thing, every learned person will always want to find out why is this child shifting stuff from. But I always thank God for my parents who were quite understanding and they were of the point of view that do what you really want to do, and of course it's always God who gives great, like who makes people great, success, and success and all that comes from Him. So like I should. It wasn't easy because at the point my dad was my lecturer in school, in medical
Yeah.
school. Yeah, finally was like okay. He told some of his friends to talk to me, to see if I could, whether I'm sure what I'm thinking and all that. But I was really resolute on doing that. So they allowed me, they supported me. And I'm very much grateful to them. And they still do support me till this day. So to parents out there, all I would say is please find out what find out what your child really wants to do. Find out. Be a friend to your child, please. Don't be a dictator. Be a friend to your child, listen to him or her, and find out what really makes them happy, what makes them tick. It's very important. It says a lot about how long they live on this earth, because if you're doing the wrong thing than what you ought to be doing, you're already, your life is. You're inviting a whole lot of things into your life too. So find out what they want to do, support them, and pray to God to guide them. That's the much you can do.
Okay, I would like to ask you, throughout your musical journey, are there some opportunities you've been exposed to, some experiences you've gathered that otherwise you wouldn't have had, that music exposed to you, or that music gave you access to?
Well, all I've experienced so far in music, all I could experience, I don't know about when I was not in music, because all I can say is about when I was in music. So I've experienced a lot. I've been to so many performances, so many concerts, performing, around the country, Lagos, here in Anambra, Abuja, sometime for the Chinese Institute in Oka and all that. So definitely, the Bible says the gift of a man maketh way for him. Once you believe in yourself and you hone your skills, when you work on yourself, you definitely opportunity meeting the right talent, meeting the opportunity is success, right? So definitely, some things are bound to happen on the way. The main thing is just put your mind there and move. You will experience a lot, both good and bad. Yes, and I'm forgetting this. There are so many bad things that will happen as well.
Sure, it's just a bumpy ride.
Exactly, I know sometimes I was robbed due to my movements. I was waylaid, and waylaid. I lost my phone and all that. And sometimes it will be a narrow escape. Yes, but it's better that one dies pursuing their passion. At least you meet your maker, telling him, Father, when you gave me this, and I wasn't like the one talent man that hid his own. I was in the course of trying to make more with this, and then look at, I think it's much more better to be accountable in the right way, because all of us have something to do. So find out that right thing you're sent to do, and then do it. So I experienced a lot, and so for all of them, I'm so grateful to God and whoever person who made it possible.
All right. What do you think about the Nigerian music industry? For me, I have this single story about the Nigerian music industry, that they produce a lot of noise. I'm sorry to say that. I apologize for whoever is going to hurt his or her feelings, but I have to say it. I have to voice my feelings that they have this noisy musical world that is going on in the Nigerian music industry. When people say that they have their best artists like as Davido, Wizkid, maybe they are seeing something that I am not seeing. They are appreciating something that I am not appreciating, and it is best for them. So for me, I know I have my best also. It's not as if all of them are doing badly in music, because I know I have my best as Johnny Drill. He's a Nigerian musician that every person, some persons or most persons are not really appreciating. Johnny Drill is doing well. Asha is also doing well. And somebody like Chike is also doing well. But for some other people like Naira Marley, I don't know. I'm very sorry to stigmatize them as bad.
No, it's all right. It's all right to do that.
But there is this noise going on in the Nigerian music industry that I don't know how you feel about it too. What is your feeling about the whole stuff going on in?
To me, well, I wouldn't see it as noise. They're all sounds. They're all clash of sounds. We happen to be in an era where there are so much more artists than before now. In every 10 young persons, 5 or 6 have an interest in music aside from just I want to be a listener. They really want to do this.
Yeah.
And definitely you see one of them trying to do, either go to the studio, do something. So there are so many sounds everywhere. And we are at the era where we have phones and social media. Sound, there's a lot of them, but you need to. And one thing about sounds is that, just like they said, that one man's fruit, another man's poison.
Yeah.
That's how a sound you like is a sound that really not suits me. So on that same person, when you said that, that's your mindset. You remember when in the song I said, I was like, mindset, connection. Most people, if they connect to the noise, fine. But trust me, when they hear Johnny Drill, they know the Johnny Drill is cool too. Okay? But naturally, an introvert, or say maybe put into the kind of introvert, extrovert kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he sees that Mali, he likes the dance, he likes everything. I see my guy, he moves.
Yeah.
But on a very good day, he'll tell you, boy, Nigerian Street, I can sing, but Mali really rocks.
Yeah, sure.
Some persons are also confused. Some persons are just, they keep following trends.
Yeah.
Today is Nigerian. Tomorrow, any person that comes out new, then next is Zazu, is a portable. So music will always be there. Sounds will always exist. It's all about what's your taste. You need to find out what gives you peace and listen to it. The much you can do is talk from your own standpoint. You get. On my own part, I just appreciate all of them on a general, because if there's no sense in what they are doing,
they wouldn't be doing that.
And
it takes a lot from them to do that.
So that is it.
So who is your favorite Nigerian artist?
I must say, Mr. Flavor.
Yeah, I know you would call me. Yeah. So why is he your best, your spec?
Flavor. I don't even know when I started liking Flavor, I must say. But all of a sudden, I discovered that, I'm the kind of person who, like in a song I wrote sometime, was it last year or so? I have a lot written though. I expect a lot, I must say, from me. Because so far, I have not even lived up to the expectation of myself when it comes to, records and tracks and stuff. Flavor is one artist who is more like an all-round artist, plays instruments, sings, composes, and he has something for everybody.
Yeah.
You want him in the church, hallelujah, it comes down. And you want him in the club, of course you know how he they be now. And all that kind of, I don't want to play, even though
What song is that?
Okay. Baby now you can now, and all that, So I feel that he's an all-round artist, and he really inspires his story and all that. So I just like him naturally. I like him, and then he's my number one icon, Nigerian wise. Yeah. From
Okay.
there, we split down to genre drill and all that. Genre drill is an influence too. I'm actually influenced by a whole lot of artists, such that I must say that I don't base on one particular genre. So if you're waiting to see it's an R&B guy or hip hop guy, sorry, because one time I'm all that slow, the other time I'm fast. And for me, I just do what I feel at the moment. This is what it is. I just give it to you. It's a personal journey.
No, you talked about Flavor, and I just remembered Phyno too. Phyno is another wonderful musician that is doing very cool in the industry.
Of course.
When I look at his lyrics, I'm so surprised and marveled at how he coins those words.
Yeah.
These are seriously born out of serious meditation and reflection. And he does a lot of things in the industry that I also love. And do you love him too? Is he giving you a kind of music that you would like to identify with?
I don't know about that, but like on a general note, definitely Michael Jackson's saying in one of the documentaries is that like study the greats and be great, even greater. So what does that mean? For me, artists, the trending artists currently for me are they're like models to be studied and analyzed, from which I can as well learn how to, one or two things to incorporate in my own art to be better than I am, because the truth is that there is nothing original actually anymore. What you have is a little of you and more from other people to embellish, and then finally that's what definitely it won't be like them. It will be like a new you, and that new you will be like something original. That's what
it seems like an old era with new labels.
Exactly, and look at it. That's what it, from architecture to fashion sense, and that's what's happening. But most times we don't want to admit that is it. Nothing is new.
Is it
anymore.
taking away originality?
It is not. It is not. You know how it is already. And when you see it, you still identify it. Just know that this is a new version of this. This is a better version of this. Definitely, you want to go back to that, to how it was in the past. But you want to have that something in the past refurbished or rearranged and presented to you again. That feel is what you need. That feel of the past is what you need. And that is what most of these artists do. Yeah. So many artists existing right now doing their own thing. That's what makes them trend. That's what makes them who they are. And I appreciate all of them. Phyno, Flavor. Phyno is really cool. The Igbo rap.
Yeah.
Most times people say, "Oh man, the Yoruba language is cool for singing and all that." But when it's all about the time you put into your language or whatever means of communication you feel you want. Think about Pastor Dumeji.
Is that one too a musician?
Of course he is. I mean. Definitely, he is. Think about those I call those words he used vocables.
Okay.
Because on the real sense, there's some of the words you don't understand the meaning, but that is his word. Those are his own words. He coined himself and uses them to pass his message. So I guess his fans are those who love and understand what he's saying. So like I said, you see now, some persons understand Odumeje, they don't understand Phyno.
Yeah.
Some understand Phyno, they don't understand Odumeje. Some understand these two, they don't understand Flavor. Some understand Flavor, they understand all these guys, but they don't understand the Western guys. So it's all about which one do you understand. It all boils down to choice. Don't worry, very soon you'll see my sound too. You know whether I'm your choice.
So let's talk about brands, and brands comes with choice. What one wants to listen to, what one wants to identify with.
Exactly.
So you are doing a lot in the music industry too. Yeah. Would you like to be identified as an upcoming artist? Or are you really there,
Well, I've been an artist all my life. So it's about you. Whenever you see me, if you want to call me an upcoming artist, it's your own business. If it makes you breathe well, fine. But to me, I've always been a performer all my life.
So do you love more of instrumental music, or you do more of band or rock?
I love hearing people sing.
Okay.
No matter how great the sound is, if I don't hear a voice, I feel something is missing. Maybe because I'm an artist anyway. So I always want to hear, because I love hearing people sing, because it's not just about the music, they're passing the message. So when I listen to someone, I listen to you because I want to know what you're all about. What are you actually selling? What do you want me to understand at this point in time? So and that's what makes me rate, if I'm to rate anybody. What exactly are you singing? Before I even rate how do you sing, your voice, how sweet. First of all, look out for it. Do you have a message?
Yeah.
From there, I begin to make my deductions if I need to. I don't really like comparing people. I don't really like discussing people and saying this person better than this person. No,
Because each person is unique.
we're all unique. We are all unique, and the world will be a better place if you begin to reason that way, music-wise and every other aspect of life. Because the more you compare, the more you waste your time. It is your time you're wasting because those people will keep being who they are, and they will keep getting whatever they need to get and the accolades they need, and you keep comparing. Can get busy.
With me right here is looks like an album you're trying to give to the world.
Oh yeah.
I love the packaging. It's neatly done. And
that's my concept.
Yeah, I can see the track list is up to 16 songs. You can see a beautiful song. So we are standing in anticipation of this wonderful work that you did. I think you did that while you were still in the camp.
Not really camp, more like my NYSC.
NYNC, because I can see some picture. You can see his picture with the armies and guns, and also. So, what you composed these whole songs while still doing your NYSC?
Well, yeah, a whole lot of it. Like out of the 16, say about 13, 14 was in service, but one or two. Let me see. Okay, I think one or two, which is the beat inspiration track there, and also the I think Copper's Pledge. Yeah, those were before the service year. But everything there is actually out of the inspirations I gained while serving NYSC program. And so here is one of my projects after my NYSC. Well, I don't like blowing my trumpet though, but I emerged as best comment across River State, winning the state honors award as best comment.
Yeah, because I saw it online on Facebook. Yeah, I think that was the governor that.
He was supposed to come, but definitely a deputy governor came, and I had no choice but to serenade him with one of the tracks. That's Calabar. I served in Calabar too. So I started with the army in army barracks and all that. So my experiences from serving with them, living with them, and my observations, the days are all that is contained in this album titled "I Served." Well, I'm sure most of you that are going to see this, you have either served or you will still serve.
So can you give us, I think, just trying to look at the one that appeals to me the most so that you can give us a sneak peek of what we are expecting from this wonderful, can you be the inspiration for us? I love...
Be the inspiration. Okay, let's see.
Can you do that? Or One Love? I love things connected with love.
I will talk about. Okay, let me start with.
Okay, right now, which is your favorite?
I don't have favorites here. They're all separate. These are all part. I see the stuff I did in this album as there are different things that I really want people to know about. Okay. So it's more like I think you should know about this. So about One Love. One Love is kind of trying to address religiosity especially in Nigeria. So when I say whether you be Muslim, Protestant, or whether you be Catholic, what I really want to say is we gotta stay together.
Oh.
Pray together, love one another, cause what we really need is one love, one heart, one love, cause all we really need is one love.
Oh, I just love this sound. It's very perfect.
So all we need is one love.
Yeah,
Another
we need
one,
one love. So
the second one,
okay,
being the inspiration. Most times you say you want to say some certain things. This is the way everybody should be. This is the way the country should be. This is how the society should be. But what are you doing to make that happen? So that's I looked at that and I was like, no, I've talked about this. So in recent times, all over the world, where everybody wants to see a change is happen, but no one wants to take the pains involved to bring that change. We wake each day lamenting wanna be the voice of the nation. I wanna start the revolution. I wanna be the inspiration.
Oh, that's so wonderful of you, Mr. Alvin. It was a great time with you, and we are strongly anticipating this wonderful album from you.
Definitely.
And make sure you are grabbing your copy once it lands.
Definitely, I'll put it out there on all the major
social media platforms,
platforms and the streaming platforms, and definitely 1 or 2 videos and all that. Whatever you see here, even as part of whatever is happening, what I've captioned, it's about Nigeria, it's about the world, it's about the military, it's about all of us, the civilians, it's about everybody. There is something for everybody here.
Yeah.
So anticipate greatly and always try to be the inspiration with wonder. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a nice time with you. Thank you.